It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. This is episode 317. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my lovely co-host Noelle Winters Herzog.
That's me.
We're here to talk about the new chapter, next chapter, No Way to Know, season 1, episode 31 and 32. These are the finales. Next week is the tell-all or the reunion. They call it the reunion. It's
the reunion.
It's the tell nothing.
I wonder if there's one part or two parts. I hope it's just one.
It's the tell some.
It's the tell nada.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell anything.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and we're out. Don't you wish?
Oh my God. I wish this was over. Bye.
Right? Okay. Well, it's not. And we're just about to start. And some people look forward to this. It's not me. It's not you. But if you look forward to it, go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you could find our other podcasts. So Pumped, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. You could find The Other Way, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk The Other Way. And you could find our other podcast, BS, where we just kind of
schmooze and BS.
Catfish Trash Talk is back on the main feed. We're going to be alternating on Patreon. So join Patreon for all access to everything.
Join all the levels.
Just join every single level. If you want this podcast, Teen Mom Trash Talk, a week earlier, which is basically the day we record, it's up to a week earlier. Make sure you join the Trash Talk, Teen Mom Trash Talk Elite level.
I heard that's really worth the money, honey.
I heard it is too, but that's just, I said that. So that was where I heard it.
No, I heard it from a friend.
Yeah. And I was the friend.
Oh yeah. I heard it from you too, but you're not the friend.
All right, guys, jumping into the pool with this double episode finale. That could have been one episode.
That could have been one episode.
Okay,
I saw enough of Tyler's nipples this episode.
Oh man, he was really channeling what's it,
Jenna
Mackenzie's
Jameson.
husband. No. Mackenzie's husband Josh.
Oh my
the original
God,
nipple
yes.
shower.
Yeah. But no,
And
you're
Nathan.
right. This and Nathan.
Mhm.
This could have been one episode. But you're right, because the first two episodes were 2 hours long.
Right. So, well, it wasn't that they were 2 hours long. It was that there were 2 episodes. So the first week we had 2 episodes. That could have been a different week. And then we have 2 episodes now. Why are we rushing this? You have nothing else to show us.
Well, so all together, they
Yeah.
doubled. This is the third time they're doubling.
Yeah,
so that's 6 episodes.
Right. So
Right.
you
There's
rushed
nothing
this
else for us to watch.
But it's not like Teen Mom 2 is coming out. Like, what's coming on, guys? You canceled Young and Pregnant.
Family
you jerks.
reunion that they're filming now, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Please get away from
Give
me.
me a break. Get a life.
All right. Well, jumping into the pool with Kate and Ty.
All right.
All right. So they have done 23andMe and
Mhm.
Ancestry, and they have invited every single person on their family tree to Carly's visit because
Why?
Brandon and Teresa aren't skeptical enough.
So that's what I'm thinking. If I was Teresa and I laid one eye on this family of bangs,
I'd be like, get away from me.
we'd
I'd be
go
like, Carly.
home.
I'd be like, Carly, get in the car. You actually weren't adopted. We've been telling you that the whole time.
Get away from these mall people, please.
Oh man. So Dawn comes over and she's like, yeah, my mom got a motel. She's like, great. Then
Why
she
would
talks
you invite April?
she talks about her meeting with April. She talked to April. She talked to her bang to bang. And they just invited she's like, yeah, don't drink around my kids. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So Dawn is like, there's so many people, like this is not this might maybe do you think this is chaos?
Right. Like,
LOL.
don't you haven't seen her in 2 years. Don't you want to spend time with her?
Okay, can I tell you what I would have done?
What you and Ty would have gone. That's me and my husband would have gone.
Me and my husband would have gone. But if my whole family wanted to see her, I would have had like a party.
Sure.
I would have had like a picnic on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
From like 9 to 10.
See, me personally,
Yeah.
But this is because I really am not that nice most of the time.
Sure.
It would be me and Matt and my oldest child. I bring Nova with me. That's it.
Right.
End of list.
Or you bring that babysitter friend with the other girls and then you let the other girls see them for like 5 seconds and then you're like, all right, take them away.
Yeah, there would be no Kim, no April, no meth face dad, nobody.
No.
Nobody.
To me, okay.
They're terrible parents to you. Why would you
know.
want them to meet Carly?
I know. It's like, Carly, this is my mom, Kim. She's your paternal grandmother. She let me get raped when I was little.
Right.
And then I told her and she said, shut the fuck up.
And she hit me.
She's
Hit
like,
me.
this is and this is
Yeah.
Kim. And Carly's
Uh-huh.
like, nice to meet you, Grandma Kim. Great.
And this is Grandma April. When I told her I was giving you up for adoption, she still put a bassinet in my room.
And then she beat me up.
And then I think Butch smashed her head against the toilet. Your grandfather smashed her head right against the toilet.
But he's actually pretty cute.
That's why she wears that bang to cover her permanent
her
scar.
bang.
Bang for bang.
She had a bang to bang about her bang bang. She banged her bang.
I heard that's called scissoring.
She scissored her forehead open. All right. So Ty's feeding the baby Cheetos.
Yum.
Kate is like, okay, so here's the plan. We're going to be rolling 25 deep.
Right.
The 5 of us get to say hello to her first.
Right. What?
What?
She's like, so it's not too much. I
Not
think
too
the
much.
5 of you are too much.
Yeah.
I think Tyler is too much. End of list.
Okay, same. I'd be like, actually, Tyler, listen, I know that you are her father, like her birth father.
Right.
But like, I don't know, maybe next year.
Yeah. How about just Kate comes?
So she calls April and she's like, yeah, we're just going to approach her first. We're going to overwhelm her for just 1 second. And April's like, yeah, well, that's stupid. That's a bad choice. But it's like, you're a bad choice.
Yeah. It's a bad choice having April there.
All right. Well,
April gives me anxiety.
Of course she does. So because she doesn't care.
That's what it is. Like, you can ask her. Like, I've had people in my family like this. Like, please, this one time.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah,
don't
no, of
do
course.
this. And they're like, yeah, of course. And then they do it.
And then they're like, what? I didn't care. So they go to this fake German town and they can't film there because Carly's there.
Right.
And the night before, Tyler mouth kisses all the kids. To bed.
Right. Smack dab.
I know. Nova's like, what were you doing? Ketamine therapy? Maybe
you're doing ketamine therapy.
Maybe
you're
I
kissing
could
on the lips. Your
maybe I could
nipples
try
are
that.
out.
Maybe I could try this one. I have some things to talk about. So her friend Alexa comes and she goes,
Alexa's a lot. She's dramatic.
Of course she is. And then she goes, quote, how crazy would this be if she were still mine? Okay.
Good.
So they couldn't get a car wash for the Carly visit?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Kate couldn't put, no offense, I know this doesn't make her a good mom or a bad mom.
Yeah,
she couldn't put one drop of concealer on her face. Not one.
Wow.
Not one. As far as the eye can
need
see.
the concealer because she got real little rockabilly bangs.
Oh my God, she did. She has micro bangs.
She has
but I love
bangs.
that color hair.
Yeah, me too. The
yeah,
dark
it
with
looks
the purple.
good.
Yeah. Yada yada yada. They had a really nice time because April got smacked up. April drank Coors Light, Michelob. She's like, listen, I told you I wouldn't drink, and then under my breath I said hard liquor.
That's the thing. She drank Michelob. How hard?
But she was wasted
you?
when she got there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But like, Kate, you knew this.
Okay, but they're talking about it in the car with all the kids.
I know.
Also, Kate's dad. There's this comic, Dov Davidoff. I think he used to do Chelsea lately. He's a New York comic. He reminds me of Kate's dad so much, just the way he looks.
Really?
Oh my God, hold on.
Kate's dad has moments where he looks and he's kind of normal. Yeah.
I know, but it's like at the end of the day, you were a bad parent because I see the results.
I mean, you slept with April. You're a bad person.
Look,
I question your judgment. Oh, yeah. Okay.
He looks just like him, right?
That guy looks so familiar.
He's always on TV, on the television.
That's probably why. On the television.
Yeah, he looks like Kate's dad.
Oh, yeah. He does look like he just needs a faux hawk.
We could get him a faux hawk. All right. So second episode.
Oh, so you did it. See, you fight your own demons. You're like, I have to separate the episodes.
No, but I did it all in one column.
No. I know. I'm just being silly.
Yeah. So day 2 of the visit. Why do they have 2 days with everyone?
Okay, so that was my number one question. I think I would have been maybe the first day.
Yeah.
Like, get the people out of the way, and the second day just
for
us.
2 hours. You can meet Carly. We could do a meet and greet with her. She signs autographs, and then
what a waste of time.
What a waste.
You don't see her for 2 years, and this is what happens.
And you got to fight with April about her Michelobes.
Right?
She's like, what? They're ultras.
Like, way to make yourself.
She's like, there's no carbs. It's like drinking water. Stop.
Really? It's like 1 calorie more than seltzer.
She's like, I'm not even bloated.
It's like a Zima.
God, Mom. So Carly plays violin in an orchestra.
And she's in theater.
And yet everyone looks so dirty.
Yeah.
No one has showered. No one has washed the car. No one has washed any of these kids.
Everybody's still wearing the same clothes.
Everyone packs into this dirty van.
Uh-huh.
And
Tyler has shown his nipples for 48 hours.
Tyler was having a hot nipple time, and he was like, I really need to air them out. They
Yeah,
were on fire.
I think that's what happened. I think they're chafed.
So they go to dinner with, I guess, her whole family, Nova and her dad. So basically, Kim and April are out of this one.
Yes.
So Kate has to drive because Tyler is crying. And
but
Nova,
does Tyler know how to drive? Somebody said that. Does he know how? I've never seen him drive. This guy.
Drives. Remember, he used to have that little car. He used to have like that Mustang or whatever, or the Thunderbird.
Oh, interesting. It sounds that way.
Noelle, they're crying. Kate's crying and Tyler's crying. For some reason, Kate's crying is like a regular amount of crying.
Yeah.
Like it seems to me, as far as like that tables have turned and Kate is the more regulated of the emotions.
I agree with that. Kate's do agree with that.
Okay, Tyler, let's go.
He's gotten like very, I don't know, like over the top.
He can't regulate his emotions.
Yeah. But he was always the more stable one before.
Well, tables have turned. Nova is in the backseat going, hey guys, I just want to let you know that Carly's always going to be in your heart. And they're like, shut the fuck up, Nova. And she's like, hey mom. Remember when those babies died?
Mom, remember
your miscarriages? Remember when you left me and you went to treatment and all the babies died? Mom,
remember when we were only allowed to have dinner with you every night because Daddy didn't want to be with you anymore? Me too.
Mom, but seeing everything was okay now, right, Mom? And Kate reaches her hand back and chokes Nova.
And that's the last time we see Nova.
Oh, well, she's like, whatever. Another one bites the dust. Tyler is spiraling.
Yeah, he's having a hard time.
So Kate's doing this little confessional thing. She has a Dyson Airwrap on the end table. Why?
I don't know. I did not notice that. I was just looking.
Do you think she was going to curl her bangs?
I was looking at how flat their pillows are.
I think that was at the Airbnb, though. No.
That's their bedroom because their bedroom is that color. That's their bed.
Okay. All right, well, she needs more pillows. Kate and Ty never have time to do anything. Tyler wrote that letter to his trailer last minute. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. With so many in-season ingredients, you'll taste all the freshness of fall in every bite of HelloFresh's chef-created recipes. Produce travels from the farm to your door for peak ripeness you can taste. Turn to HelloFresh Market for yummy add-ons and enjoy the season's limited-time fall flavors lineup. Feast on desserts like the apple cider cake with caramel sauce, or please a crowd with appetizers like barbecue pulled pork nachos. And don't forget the mini pumpkin cheesecake, perfect for a me-time treat. We all know that HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but do you know it could also save you money? HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. That means less stress in your day and more money in your pocket. We love HelloFresh. Noelle and I have been using HelloFresh for so many years now. It's just so much easier because you don't have to really think so hard about what's for dinner. Go to HelloFresh.com/50teenmom and use code 50teenmom for 16 free meals plus free shipping. Offer is for new subscriptions only and varies by plan across 9 boxes. That's code 50teenmom at HelloFresh.com for 16 free meals. And it will be right down there in the show notes. Speaking of pillows, let's talk about Jade.
Oh, Jade. Okay, she sent out her invites.
Okay, but when she does this little fake video message, what's happening with her face?
What do you mean?
Did she have a breakout or did she have I don't know, she had this giant lump on her lip?
I
was like,
feel
did
like she always looks like
No, that was wild.
I don't know. God, you have a fetish for this.
No, it was like I don't know if maybe she was picking at her face, but I would also
but that's your thing.
I know, but maybe I would have waited to film the video.
Right,
Brianna,
or done something, iced your face. Right.
Brianna is a bridesmaid and they all get their wedding invites. Sean has all of his hair that he's ever grown in his whole life pushed forward.
The thing is, he looks a lot better than he used to.
Right.
But the outgrowing of the hair and the face, too much for me.
All right.
Too much for me.
Her dad is going to stay in the camper. And she talks to
That's
Sean
kind of a good idea, not for nothing.
Yeah. And she talks to Sean about her expectations. She's like, yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So Jade's like calling for jobs for her dad for in a
Right.
maintenance. She's like,
Mhm.
hey, my dad's a junkie and he just got out of it's like, Jade, just let him call.
Right. I know. You don't have
He's
to
like,
call.
yeah, we're gonna be getting him his license. Like, I mean,
How about
maybe
just call when you have it?
how about stop telling them all the things you have to do for your father,
Right. How about just have your dad call? Have Sean
Right.
call as your father.
right? Be like, hey, this is Big Sean.
This
mean,
is
it's not-
Bebo.
Hey, it's Bebo. I got my license definitely by myself. My daughter didn't take me. What's going on? What's good?
What's good?
So he's been away for 3 months. He comes home.
Yeah.
Her cousin's there. I don't know why we have to include these cousins.
Who's this little black puppy?
Okay, they have so many dogs. So I saw a different dog come to the door. So there's a black puppy and a white puppy.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
So Sean bought a generator so that Big Sean could go glamping in the camper.
That's so cool. I think it was a perfect little space for him.
Me too. So she said that she's so happy that they won't, quote, look like death at her wedding.
Great. That sounds so good.
And she got her dad a mattress topper.
Okay. As soon as she said that, I'm like,
I was
oh,
like, good for
Tracey
you.
would have done this. Tracey
Yeah,
loves this.
Of course I would have. All right. So
Yeah.
she FaceTimes with Chow and her dad got his regular license renewed. She wants him to get his plumbing license. And then Christy's going to join him in the camper.
Okay. That's mental
And that's where you
illness
lose
to
me.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay. So now Christy's coming home. This is the next episode. Kim is screaming bloody murder. If I came home and Kim was screaming like that, I would relapse immediately.
Yeah, agreed.
I'd be like, Kim, stay back.
Kim,
You're
stand
spooking
down.
her. You're spooking her. So she surprised Chloe.
Chloe's so happy to see them. It's so weird.
Not really. I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like how
likes them.
bad could Christy be?
No, because like a lot
know?
of kids like their grandparents. Grandparents are different. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Chloe doesn't care if Christy relapses. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't even know where she is.
She doesn't. She thinks
She's
at
like,
the
I
dentist.
love my grandma. She's the dentist. So Big Sean has an interview.
Right.
And then we don't find out what happens with that. But dun, 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 3 weeks later, she's FaceTiming with Chow. Her mom does not have a job. And her mom was uncomfortable in the camper. So she got a hotel room. She got a hotel.
As she should. Her and Big Sean don't need to be staying together.
Well, they are staying together right now, I think, in the hotel. Right?
Oh, are they staying in the hotel together? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Christy's like, I don't know. I mean, I can't really. It's not for two people.
It's not for two people. I thought that Big Sean should have stayed there and Christy should have stayed in the garage. In the shed.
Great. That's the mom shed.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't like
she
Christy.
shed.
The Big Sean seems okay.
All right. So they go out to eat with this big
Jade
family.
looks very good here.
You know what? Everyone looked okay, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Jade did look very nice. So Christy's like, I'm gonna get this tattoo. It's gonna say my sober date, and then a line, and then everything, and then it's sobriety over everything. And it's like, Christy, why don't you just be sober first, and then we'll.
It's
do
gonna be my sober date with a line through it.
Yeah, I'd be like, just kidding.
Christy, I put a line through it the day that I won bingo.
So Christy said that she hates living under someone. So basically she didn't want to stay there with Jade. She wanted to have her own space. So that's why she stays in the hotel.
So she could be bad.
Right. So she said that she's just always uncomfortable no matter where she is. I don't know. That was kind of sad.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. I think that she's struggling to find her space here. I don't think she even knows how to be sober in Indiana.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot different when you're in a beautiful setting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also Jade walks out when she says that.
But that's the thing. Jade, grow up.
She can't. And she's like, yeah, well, she's not doing good yet. It's like, well, first of all, she's been down for 3 weeks. Listen, give someone a little bit of grace, though.
Jade expects Christy now to be like the
to have a 401k.
Mom. Right.
Yeah.
Have a retirement plan, be the perfect mom, have her own house. And it's like, can you give her 1 second?
Give her a second.
Yeah. And Jade, it's not your business. I have news for you. At the end of the day, it's not your business.
Not your business. All right. Moving on to Ashley.
All right.
Holly misses bar. Ashley's sad that Holly misses bar.
Of course.
But doesn't seem to miss bar too much. Just seems very angry.
Or I think she just resents him.
Yeah. So her friend Peij?
Peij.
Yeah. Peij.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but sure.
And she said that he has to be in California for 2 years.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
did she mean, so then she said something about like, are you ready for him to do 2 years? And it's like in jail? Is that what
No,
he's
so
facing?
he has to no, I thought he was facing like 6 years. He
I don't
has to
know.
do 2 years. I know that he has to be in California 2 years and he could only leave for 2 days at
For
a
2 days at a
time.
time. Yeah.
Right.
So she's trying not to look miserable, she basically says. And she
Yeah.
talks about, she's like, hey, every action has a consequence.
She's not wrong, but also I feel like she doesn't stick to these things too.
No, she doesn't. So Bar calls Ashley and he comes to surprise Holly. She's painting ceramics and she goes, I love how Holly talks.
Yeah, so do I. I love her.
I think
She's a grown up.
Oh God, she's like, I'll take this unicorn over here.
Mm.
So Bar comes, she's so happy. And she goes, Daddy, I'm so surprised.
Oh, I love her.
Bar
Yeah.
leaves while Ashley's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
7 hours later, she's clubbing with the girls.
And she hates him.
So they separated. He posted it on Instagram,
Right.
and she's like,
But
I
then
don't have
he took
nothing
it
to say.
down this fast.
I
It was
know.
gone so fast.
Well, she said, she was like, I don't think these fans need an explanation right now. Fair enough.
Here's the thing. They don't need an explanation, but they just don't need to know in general. That's
Right.
the
But I
thing.
think that she didn't want them to. I think Bar chose that. And that's probably why it went down.
Interesting. Because they apparently are like together again.
Right. They're getting split up, I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Because Shen says that they're together.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
All right. So let's move on to Cheyenne. There's not a problem here. There's not one problem here.
Why do they make up problems? Tell me who shot at you and who was driving. Because wasn't Zach driving?
Who shot at you?
Who shot at you? Tell me what happened.
With a
Why did you say there was
laser.
a green laser? Isn't it red?
Well, Ace calls Zach and not Dad.
That is
Yeah.
so funny. They keep showing it and it makes me laugh.
I know, but guess what? A lot of kids do that.
I call my mother Andrea.
No,
Handy
but like a
Andy.
lot of little kids, if they like say you
Of
had a
course
kid with
they
Matt, God
do.
forbid, and you
Mhm.
were always like Matt, the kid would sometimes say Matt. Like that's just how it
Yes.
goes, especially when
Agreed.
they're little. So
Agreed.
they talk about the one time that Ace said daddy after Ryder said daddy to Corey.
Right. And they try to make it like Ryder felt guilty.
Oh my God, please stop it.
I don't think that Ryder
You guys
felt
are
guilty.
like putting words in this kid's mouth so much.
I don't think I mean, I'm not Ryder, but I don't think Ryder is struggling on what to call Zach.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
Yeah.
So Cheyenne has a fake nail polish business.
Mhm. Oh, I know. No, I think isn't Ryder the one coming out with the nail polish?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be
yeah.
Ryder. Sure.
Uh-huh.
So she said that Ryder's so confused and
Mm.
that, you know, we have to talk again about calling Zach not Dad. And her dad's like,
Oh.
shut up.
Yeah, her dad's like, okay, so have her call Zach Dad. Like, I don't care.
He's like, didn't you get shot?
Right.
Don't you have
Are
like
you
better
in
things to talk
therapy
about?
yet?
Seriously. So, okay. Next episode, they're
Yeah.
doing a puzzle and Ryder's like, Mom. She's like,
Mhm.
what were you telling me about exactly right now? She's like, oh, she's like, line. And the producer's like, you want a picture with all your siblings on the beach.
She's like, right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's like, okay,
that's right.
Mom, I want a picture with all of my siblings on the beach. And when I say all my siblings, I mean even the ones that Corey has.
Well, that's such a good idea. Ryder, what an idea.
Well, Corey's coming home
Well, yeah.
and everyone's at Cheyenne's house. And then nothing happens. Then then Ryder's at Corey's, but he brings her to Cheyenne's.
Right, to hang out.
Yeah. And she's like, tell Daddy what you said. She's like, I would like a beach picture.
He's like, that's
So
the best idea I've ever heard.
then they're like, okay, Corey, we have to tell you and Taylor that Ace calls Zach. And he's like, okay, cool story.
Taylor giggles.
Taylor's like, why is this a thing?
Yeah, Taylor's like, why are we talking about this?
Ryder's like, wait, what was I supposed to say now? And they're like, shut up, Ryder, go in your room.
Go in the playroom, Ryder.
Oh man. So Corey said that he's like, yeah, call Zach that call who he's like, this is shot.
Right. Like, I don't know if they made it like if they thought that like Corey would feel threatened.
I mean,
something.
here's the thing. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, this is an
Yeah.
ideal situation for everyone. Everyone's very nice to each other. Stop.
Everyone's very nice to each other. You know what? It's clear as day that like Corey is Ryder's dad. She's obsessed with
Yeah,
him.
he's like, yeah, she knows that I'm her dad.
Right.
Okay.
She knows
She
that.
can call him dad. She
Right.
can call him mom. I don't care.
She can call him whatever.
She can
Just
call
don't
him
call him
my
late
dad,
for dinner.
Corey.
Right.
So
doesn't
he was
matter.
like, yeah, whatever's good with Ryder. He's like, I don't really care. So Corey's like, hey, remember when you were really embarrassed? I mean, first of all, if I was Ryder, I would have been like, get away from me. I just said that I was embarrassed about something, and now you're talking about it on camera.
Oh
She's
my
like-
God. This is what they do to these kids, though.
I know. She's like, he's like, you can call Zach dad. She's like, great to know.
She's like, great. I don't plan
She's
on
like,
it.
yeah,
because
well,
she's not going
Ace
to call
doesn't-
Taylor mom either.
Right. She's like, well, Ace doesn't call him dad either.
That's so funny, though. But then Ace called Corey dad. I think that's hilarious.
That was very funny. All right.
That's
Moving on
what you
to
get
Amber.
for getting me shot, Zach.
Amber has on very weird makeup. She has on a makeup that looks like she has a makeup kit from a child's playset and has put on all the makeup from it. She has on like red lipstick, blue eyeshadow. Like
I don't notice.
All right, so she's
'Cause you know what bothers me about her is her hair. It bothers me so much.
A
The
lot.
fact I have a friend who has hair exactly like this. She was blonde.
Mhm.
Now just her tips are blonde.
Yes.
I can't tell you how much I hate it.
Oh, well, get over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, she calls Gary big man. She's like, hey, big man.
Gary, though, like he lost a significant amount
No,
of
he
weight.
did. He looks good.
I
but
didn't
wait.
realize it. Yeah.
She goes, oh, Leah's doing track. And she's like, would you have ever thought Leah would do track? And he goes, yeah. She takes after her dad, the track star. Amber chokes a little bit.
I know.
That made me laugh so hard.
Very funny. He's
Because Amber's like,
silly.
listen, I'm depressed and everything, but that was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So dad is taking everyone
Why did the
house.
kids have to go? Why?
to-
Why did the kids have to go suffer and suffocate
Why do the kids have
at
to
this
go-
house?
They have to go breathe in all the fumes.
Right. They have to go breathe in epoxy. Why?
Amber is in the front seat.
I know. I love it because Christina went and got in the back seat
I
because I
know.
think the kids were like, please don't make us sit with
Yeah.
her.
She's like, don't worry.
Yeah.
So she's moving into the house single, and Leah's like, great.
Yeah. For how long? Because I think she already has a boyfriend.
Well, the house smells really bad. They have to put on a mask. The fridge is rotten. She's like, yeah.
Why did they wait a
Okay.
year?
But also, you knew that there was no electricity. You know there was
Uh-huh.
stuff in the fridge. Like, what? Are we struggling for $100 cleaning lady?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It's like, why would you have left it like that?
okay. Then she sees James's work boots from when he was in the union.
And she pretend cries. When
These are
we're
like
in the
for-
union.
These are like shoes for a 14-year-old
This
man.
is when my dad rides the outside hoist.
But these are so big.
I know.
And
It's like, wasn't he there when he was like 1?
Yes. And she's like,
Yeah.
I can't throw these away. No one's asking you to throw them away.
Yeah. Why do you have to throw that?
So
Throw
she
the fridge
fake-
away.
Yeah. She fake cries. And then she goes
Mhm.
outside while everyone cleans, fake crying.
Oh my God. I would be, if I was Leah, I'd be like, I have to go. I'm
I
going
know,
to
it's
run
like, why
home
does she
now.
have to
I'm
know?
going to track home.
She's like, no wonder I joined the team. So then Gary comes out and she goes, it hit me so hard.
He's like, I hear ya. Okay. So,
Yeah.
you know,
So
like,
there's
he's
a
not
flashback
interested.
of the house, and James's
Yeah.
shoes triggered her. But you know what the
Okay.
problem with Amber is? She's never had
What?
to do anything ever.
No, I know. What triggers me is you were there vomiting a year ago, smelling
Mhm.
this
Yeah,
viral
but you thought it was gonna be better?
bacteria. Right.
Thought it was going to be
But
better.
instead you let it marinate for another year.
Right. Exactly.
I don't
So-
understand. You're growing strep throat in that place.
Yum. So she's talking in the confessional.
Mhm.
She's high.
Oh, she's high. I know. Oh my God. I thought the same thing.
She's slurring.
I thought
she's-
the same thing.
And then that day, Andrew files an emergency order to not have James.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder
Moving on to
why.
Macy. Bentley is graduating. Ryan cannot come because he is in Yale.
Mhm. He is in Yale.
He tells Macy that Bentley tells Macy that she did a good job with him.
Her face is highlighted from head to toe. I've never
She
seen so
loves a
much
good
highlighter
strobe
in my
light.
life. I've never seen something like this.
Well, Macy's going to go to Ryan's court date, and she said that she regrets how she treated him as an addict. What do you think about that?
I think that she didn't understand like anything
How
about
bad it was.
addiction before
Right.
and how bad it was. But the problem between them is controversial opinion. It was Mackenzie. That is
Yeah, of course.
why.
Yes.
That was the wedge between them. Mhm.
So they're going to figure out what happens to Ryan. Ryan looks
It's very
good
sad
in
that
court.
he's like,
Ryan looks
it's very
very good
sad
in
that
court.
this time's different because I'm tired of living like this.
Yeah,
That's sad.
of
He
course it
looks
is.
so hot
He
in
looks
court.
so good. I know
I
Macy's
can't
like
take it.
Macy's like he looked like Ryan. It's like, all right,
Yeah,
we
she's
get
like,
it.
yeah, he looked like the guy got me
Yeah.
pregnant a while ago. Hmm.
So Macy's mom comes over and she's like, the dog was in the pool. And she's like, no, I know. What?
What dog? And is it allowed to be?
I don't know. But she talks about the rehab that he's going to be going to. And they have Vivitrol, which is a medication that a lot of addicts use to get off of whatever they're on because it makes them very sick if they use.
So Mike, the situation on the last season of Jersey Shore was getting Vivitrol injections, I think like once a week.
Yeah,
And
it's
he
very
was saying
helpful.
that they hurt so bad, but they were so helpful.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Ryan and Bentley talk more now than they did before. Because I mean Ryan's not busy. But also
what is that? What else is he gonna do?
Her mother said he's like, yeah, that makes sense. He's sober.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's sober. And I bet when he's sober, he has like so much clarity. Like, damn, this is my kid.
Yeah.
Like, I need to have some kind of relationship with him. I think he will.
I think he will. Brianna, Devoyne sent her a photo of Nova and he screenshotted it. And in the corner was the lottery app.
This guy's in denial. Bad.
So bad. So she's going to call his therapist to ask him what to do. So Roxy goes to Brianna so they could have this call with Nick.
Right.
And okay, Nick is talking a little bit in circles.
Tell me why.
So he's kind of implying that Devoyne's not going to his meetings or therapy.
But implying that he needs to go back to rehab.
Well, he's saying if he's not going to be going to therapy and he's not going to his meetings, obviously something's happening and he needs to come back to treatment.
Right.
So she meets with Devoyne and he's like, yeah, I play Powerball. I guess it's a relapse, but she's like, did you tell your sponsor? He's like, no. And then he's like, I guess I should do therapy, right? Or like whatever. He's like,
the
whatever.
way that he's talking to her, I hate it.
Yes, he is in denial so hard.
That's the thing. He's in denial. He's like, yeah, so I play Powerball, but like, I'm not like really in the throes of addiction. I guess some would call it a relapse, but like, I'm not in the place where I need to go to rehab. Like he was kind of talking in circles too.
He was too, of course.
Yeah. And it's just, but here's the thing. She's like, oh, I'm going to tell him you can't have Nova and gambling. Like you have to choose. But it's like, why don't you hold Lewis the same like accountability the way you hold, you know what I mean? Devoyne. Like tell Lewis, if you don't see Stella, you are going to sign away her rights. Say it. Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird how differently she treats them.
True story. All right. Well, we'll see you next week
when
we do the reunion, guys. Make sure you're following the podcast at Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram, Twitter, Teen Mom Podcast. You could follow us TikTok, Trash Talk Podcast. Make sure you're on Patreon if you want this podcast up to a week early. And make sure you follow Noelle at Noelle Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget, we have a live show coming up, Trash Talk Live in the New York Comedy Festival, November 11th, 4 p.m. Caveat on the Lower East Side of New York City. Tickets are at TraceyCarnazzo.com and all of my upcoming show dates as well. And we'll see you there.
Wait.
What?
We're also going to cover some old episodes of Teen Mom too. I want you guys to know that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Bye.